Welcome to Bovine 2022. We're here on a beef farm in County Carlow in Ireland with Paul, who is a farmer who buys approximately 80 calves per year. The good practice that we're looking at here is a health check on bought-in calves prior to purchase. So, Paul, when you're checking out a herd before you go buying a calf, what are the main issues that you'd look at in terms of the actual herd themselves?
Kevin, I suppose the main thing is to know the herd status and animal welfare, I suppose, on the farm. So very important to know vaccination programs on the farm with relation to maybe IBR and very important maybe if they're using an anti-scour pre-calving vaccine, which is important too for your calf, going forward. And in general well-being and health and how the calves are looked after on the farm. Do they get sufficient colostrum at birth, which is very important, and if you know the farmer and you know the farm, they're willing to do that or they're putting a bit of effort, but that's, again, you're on the winner right away, because if you haven't that sort of thing right, you're probably in trouble.
Excellent. And then when you look at the calves individually, and you can see that your calves here, Paul, are exceptionally healthy and bright and lively. In terms of prior to purchase, what are the particular things you'd look at in terms of examining a calf prior to purchase?
Kevin, try to buy a stronger calf in the first place, maybe 3 to 4 weeks old.
So age is very important.
Age is extremely important, for me anyway. At least it takes out that little danger part, the real baby stage. Then you're looking at a calf maybe with a good alert head, a good clear eye. His ears are forward and he looks healthy. No discharges from the nose or no coughing. Again, breathing normally, not under any pressure to breathe. Very important that they have a clean, dry navel that isn't swollen. And again, I suppose if you look around the pens and sheds where they've been held, that if they're well bedded, that's a big help, because the navel is a cause of a lot of infections in calves. Again, it's down to the husbandry and the management on that farm before you buy them. Another important part, probably, Kevin, is a good clean tail. It shows there's no signs of scour. And again, maybe no joint swelling, no joint ill, or that the feet, the hooves are flat on the ground, the calf is good and square. And again, if you wake a calf up or stand them up, if they stand up and stretch themselves, it's a great sign that they're healthy and happy too, so that's something that's also very important,
That's excellent, Paul. And in terms of kind of the Teagasc protocols and the Animal Health Ireland protocols, all those issues that you mentioned are covered in those. You would have had a look at those and try and adopt those on your farm.
Absolutely, Kevin. Yeah, very important. We're doing this sort of thing here in this farm. Bigger numbers for the last few years, and again, I found it very beneficial that rates of mortality have dropped tremendously since we started adopting the policies and just doing things that way. Again, vaccination is very important on the farm. Vaccinate here for BVD and or IBR rather, and pneumonia, and also coccidiosis, which has been a problem here in the past. But again, we're trying to have it covered off at the moment. But again, vaccination is very important.
And you have a lovely calf shed here, Paul, in terms of it's very open and airy and straw bedded, and I can see that the calves are in great health. Was this a purpose-built shed for calving or for calf rearing?
It wasn't actually. It was built with that in mind, but it's also used in the winter as a cattle shed, so it's cleaned out at that stage and adopted back in the spring for the calves. So you got good use out of the shed, and it is very airy and it does work well. And the calves seem to be very happy in it most times. Room to move around, and they seem, a happy calf is usually a healthy calf, Kevin.
And on that positive note, Paul, we'll conclude, and thank you very much for your input into the Bovine project.
You're very welcome, Kevin. Thank you.